What keeps everything moving? Look closely at anything that is alive, and you will notice the same thing. It is moving. A leaf turns slowly toward the light. A river of blood runs beneath your skin. Your chest rises and falls without a single instruction from you. Even now, as you sit perfectly still, you are not still at all. Something inside you is working, carrying, pushing, circulating, and it has never once stopped since the day you were born. We have already met two of the invisible forces, the fire that warms you, the water that cools you, but neither of them explains the one thing every living body does and every lifeless one does not. Tonight, in episode 6 of Traditional Chinese Medicine for Curious Minds, we go looking for movement itself. What keeps everything moving? Next slide. Why doesn't the body stop? Have you ever wondered what makes the heart beat more than 100,000 times every single day? You have never once asked it to. Have you wondered what moves food through you hour after hour entirely without your attention? What allows your lungs to keep breathing all through the night while you're unconscious and dreaming and completely unable to supervise anything at all? Every one of those movements is happening in you right now. Not one of them is waiting for your permission. And here is the strange part. When a person dies, nothing has been removed. The heart is still there. The lungs are still there. The blood is still there. All the parts remain. But the movement has gone. So the real question is not what the body is made of. It is what makes it move. Could all these different movements share one single invisible force? Traditional Chinese medicine has an answer, and it is far less mysterious than people expect. Next slide. You have met two. Already let us take stock of what you already know. You met Yang, the fire, the warmth and driving energy that gets you out of bed, digests your breakfast, and powers every process inside you. You met Yin, the water, the cooling, moistening reserve that keeps that fire at a working temperature and repairs you while you sleep. Fire and water, two halves of one whole. But think about that for a moment, because something is missing. A fire and a lake sitting side by side do not make a living body. The warmth has to reach your fingertips. The moisture has to travel to your eyes and your joints. Something has to carry them there. Something has to keep everything circulating, connected, and in constant communication. Traditional Chinese medicine calls this third force Qi, pronounced Qi, and tonight it steps into the light. Next slide. A city that never sleeps. To understand it, look at a city at 3 in the morning. From above, it looks asleep, but nothing about it has stopped. Electricity is running through every wire in every building. Trucks are on the roads carrying food toward markets that open at dawn. Signals are racing along cables and through the air, carrying messages between people who are fast asleep. Water is moving through pipes. Waste is moving out. Nobody is directing any of it. No single person is in charge. And yet the whole city arrives at morning ready, supplied, and working, because movement never stopped. Now here is what makes a city remarkable. You never notice any of that when it is working. You only notice on the night the power fails, or the morning the roads are blocked. Traditional Chinese medicine says your body is exactly this kind of city. And can you imagine a city without electricity? Next slide. So, what exactly is Qi? So, let us do this carefully, because Qi is the most misunderstood word in traditional Chinese medicine. Start with movement, not with the name. Every living thing moves, not just the obvious movement of walking or waving. The movement inside, blood traveling, breath entering and leaving, food advancing, signals crossing from one part of you to another, warmth spreading out toward your hands. That constant internal activity is the difference between a living body and a body that has stopped. Now, thousands of years ago, physicians in China observed exactly that and did something very sensible. They gave it a name so they could study it, describe it, and work with it. They called it Qi. That is all Qi is, a name for the movement and animating activity of a living body. It is not a spirit, it is not a superpower, it is not magic, it is an observation. And it is one that every culture in history has made in its own words. Next slide. You feel it every day. You do not need to believe anything to notice Qi. You only need to pay attention because you experience it constantly. Take a breath right now, a slow one. Air moved in and air moved out. Something drove that. Stand up and cross a room. Muscles contracted in an order nobody taught you. Place a hand on your chest. That steady drum has been keeping time since long before you were born, and it has never once asked for rest. Eat a meal, and within moments, food begins a journey through you that takes many hours and requires no attention whatsoever. And follow a thought. One idea arriving, connecting to another, moving on. Even thinking is movement. Breathing, walking, heartbeat, digestion, thought. 5 completely different activities in 5 different parts of you. In traditional Chinese medicine, all 5 are expressions of one thing, Qi doing its work. What keeps your heart beating tonight while you sleep? Next slide. The orchestra without a conductor. But movement alone is not quite enough. And here is the idea that makes Qi remarkable. Picture an orchestra. 80 musicians, every one of them excellent. The violinist can play, the drummer can play, the flautist can play. Now, take away the coordination between them, no conductor, no shared timing, no listening, and let every one of them play perfectly. What you get is not music, it is noise. Nothing was missing. No instrument was broken. What was missing was the coordination that turns 80 separate performances into one. Your body is that orchestra. Your heart, lungs, stomach, muscles, and mind are all capable. But they must work in time with each other. The breath matched to the heartbeat, the digestion matched to the meal, the muscles matched to the intention. In traditional Chinese medicine, Qi is both the movement and the coordination. It is what turns a collection of working parts into one living person. Next slide. Qi is everywhere in you. So where in the body is Qi at work? According to traditional Chinese medicine, everywhere. And in 5 places you can name easily. Breathing. Air drawn in and pushed out all day and all night without instruction. Circulation. Blood moving through you constantly, reaching the very tips of your fingers and returning again. Digestion. Food carried forward through a long journey, broken down and delivered where it is needed. Muscle movement. Every step, every gesture, every time you turn your head. And healing. This one is the most beautiful of the 5. When you cut your finger, you do not repair it. Something arrives at that spot, closes it, and rebuilds the skin over days, whether you are paying attention or not. Movement is what makes repair possible, because nothing can be repaired unless something can reach it. 5 functions, one force behind all of them. That is the TCM picture of Qi. Next slide. Meet Arjun. Let me introduce you to Arjun. Arjun is 34 and by his own account, completely unremarkable. He is not an athlete. He does not track anything. Here is what unremarkable looks like. He climbs 3 flights of stairs and arrives at the top still talking. He eats a full meal and then forgets about it entirely because his digestion simply gets on with the job. He carries shopping, plays with his nephews, walks to the station, and none of it requires a plan. When he pushes himself hard on a Saturday, he is sore on Sunday and fine by Monday. His voice carries across a room without effort. He catches the same colds as everyone else and shakes them off in a few days. Arjun has never heard the word chi in his life. He has no idea that anything inside him is moving, carrying, coordinating, defending, or repairing every second of every day. And that is exactly the point. When chi is doing its work, movement feels like nothing at all. It just feels like being alive. Next slide. Movement that never stops. If you want to hold chi in your mind, traditional Chinese medicine offers 5 pictures and you already know every one of them. A river. It is never the same water twice, and yet the river is always there. Movement that has become a thing. Traffic. When it flows, nobody notices it. A city simply works. Electricity. You cannot see it in the wire, but switch it off and everything in the building falls silent at once. Wind. Perhaps the closest of all, because you never actually see wind. You see leaves turning, a flag lifting, dust crossing a road. You know it entirely by what it moves. And a conveyor belt carrying things patiently onward, hour after hour, whether anyone is watching or not. Every one of those images has the same character. Constant, quiet, invisible, and known only by its effects. That is chi, not a substance you could hold, a movement you can observe. Next slide. Why chi matters so much? So why does any of this matter? In traditional Chinese medicine, chi is responsible for 5 things, and without them, there is no life at all. Movement. Nothing in you happens unless something moves. Not a heartbeat, not a breath, not a thought. Protection. The body patrols itself constantly, meeting what arrives from outside, and a patrol that cannot move is no patrol at all. Communication. Every part of you must know what every other part is doing, and that message has to travel. Growth. Building a body requires materials delivered to exactly the right place at the right time. And healing. Repair is useless if it cannot reach the damage. Look at those 5 together and you will see why traditional Chinese medicine treats qi as the most practical of all the invisible forces. Yang warms you, yin cools and nourishes you, but qi is the one that carries all of it, everywhere, all the time. Next slide. 3 things to remember. 3 things to carry away with you. First, qi is movement, not magic. It is the name traditional Chinese medicine gave to the constant internal activity of a living body, something you can observe in yourself in the next 10 seconds. Second, movement is the sign of life. Every part may be present and intact, but it is the moving that makes the difference between a body and a person. That is why qi sits at the very center of this medicine. And third, qi coordinates. It is not only that things move, it is that they move together in time, like an orchestra that never stops playing. Breath with heartbeat, digestion with the meal, muscle with intention. If you remember one sentence from tonight, let it be this: Yang is the fire, Yin is the water, and Qi is what carries them both to every corner of you. Next slide. Next, why are you always tired? But every force we have met so far has had a second story. The fire that can burn low, the water that can run shallow, and movement is no different. What happens when there is simply not enough of it? When a full night's sleep does not repair the tiredness? When 3 flights of stairs feel like a mountain? When the voice goes quiet by the afternoon? when every small task costs more than it should. In our next episode, we will discover why some people feel exhausted no matter how much they rest, why their digestion slows, why colds seem to linger for weeks, and why traditional Chinese medicine calls this qi deficiency. Until then, notice the movement in yourself, the breath, the pulse, the quiet, endless work going on inside you while you do absolutely nothing at all. It has been happening your whole life. Tonight, for once, you know its name. Next slide.